Is it actually on this time? Are we functional? I'm not going to do it. I just don't feel up to it. So I'll let this guy explain it instead. Function. What are the humans doing? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sasquatch Shills. We're Sasquatch Shills. You don't have to. I have a lovely young lady backstage, but I got one little bit of housekeeping before we go. Listen. So earlier I was messing around with my computer. We're sitting here talking backstage. Everything was fine. She steps out for a minute and my computer flatlined. It took me an hour and a half of tinkering to get it back to functional. So if this thing goes out, chances are that's the end of it. I'm going to try to prevent that from happening. So we'll see how far we get along those lines. Now, the intro song was provided by Richie Rich from 007 over there at the Magic Tree House. And I love it. It's absolutely fabulous. How you doing, Samuel? Good to see you, bud. John Smith, you too. I'm going to get to chat in just a second. I got one last little bit of thing I want to put out here before we get started. Now, I think this is the new one, but I suspect he took the new one down. So this might be the same one I did yesterday. Let's find out.
Even in a world where nothing seems to make sense anymore, there are still a few hard and fast rules in American politics. And here's one of them. When an incumbent office holder runs for re-election and finishes third in their own party's primary with a...
I think he had one took down. I'm not sure. But let me see if it's actually in the stack, and we might be able to do it anyway. Nope. Nah, man. I missed one somehow. Huh. We're going to have to figure that one out later. But I know that was the most recent. Oh, PD, what's up, baby? All right, so let's do this thing. Ambers, how are you doing?
I'm here.
Hey,
I'm alive and well.
Now y'all can see it. I went and dug up one of your thumbnail and made it a really big picture for the background because I'm that type of asshat.
That was actually right before, or actually, if I'm right in the very beginning of when I was growing my dreads. Yeah, so that was about 2 years ago.
Yeah, no technology. We can't tolerate any of that. So back at the beginning of the chat, we have Izzy Pop has the gold. Squirrel Sniper gets the silver, and MVP gets the bronze. Welcome to the show, folks. Good to see you. Press harder. Yeah. That's people. You ever met people? If you get a chance.
No, I've not.
If you ever have a chance to do a face-to-face talk with people, you should do it. He was generous enough to come by and spend several hours just hanging out and chilling and talking about the things he does. It's really cool. I enjoyed it. Claiborne County Transparency, welcome to the show, bud. Good to see you. We got Violence is Life, Bill. Good to see you, darling.
Appreciate it. Mandatory carry.
John Smith 2046 is over here. He got in here pretty early, too. You're here. That's cool to see. Wait, have I modded you yet?
No.
All right. There you are.
That's giving me a lot of responsibility, you know.
You don't have to do any freaking thing.
Honey, I know, believe me.
Anyway, Samuel
it's me.
In chat. Good to see you, bud. Yeah, it's been a minute. When I saw that notification that a channel had been nuked, I had thought it was yours at first. And then I had to think about it, and I went, no, I know what channel got nuked. The Exiled Linus's channel was nuked from orbit a couple of days ago with little to no notification. It was just poof, gone. Right?
I hate it when they do.
Good to see you, bud. Princess OPD is in here. Oh, let me get this right. Princess OPD, Mando Nomadic Life's Maverick. Please hit like, BBL.
That's a mouthful.
See, she always has a mouthful. Of course, Natives Law Act mandatory carry is late and gay. Late and gay.
Always gay.
Thank you for noticing me. Got total life. You, buddy. What you been up to? Over there wiring up them electrical panels? Sounds like fun. A lot of fun. You wiring them up? You get the house going? Getting a lot of power to people? Is that what you're doing? doing a good job. Oh my
That was
God.
good. All good Stewie. Good Stewie there, buddy.
I got a buddy of mine who does a spot on oops, who does a spot on
Oh, that's stuff back there.
Herbert the Pervert.
Oh my gosh, I know someone else that does too.
Dude, it's uncanny. It's uncanny. My man ain't got no teeth either, and when he does it, he hangs his head down and sticks his chin out, and he fucking looks like him.
Oh God,
It's crazy.
don't give me nightmare.
You're right. You're right.
He's
Dude.
about a creepy ass mofo, and that bless that damn dog's heart. The dog's even on wheelchairs.
Life is correct. His mug is not in the intro. Your mug is in a different intro sequence that I did, and for some weird reason, every time I do a re-edit, I miss your clip. I also don't have road dogs, and I don't have
Hey, Total Life, it's okay. I'm not either.
Official misconduct is not in there. I got her husband in the intro and her not.
Ooh.
Well, no, here's the thing. I had a choice between a scruggly old man and a beautiful young lady, and somehow I ended up with the scruggly old man. I'm thinking it might say something about me, not them. How did that happen? I interviewed both of them, but you know, like how did I'm like, how in the world did I miss that? I don't get it.
Dude, editing for me is still a struggle. My daughter, she's so damn funny. Like, she time stamped it for me. So, like, I was half-ass editing, like, I don't know, a couple months back. And apparently there's, like, a whole straight, like you said, 60 seconds is a long time when you're editing or you're recording or you're doing anything.
Can
60
be.
seconds of me picking my nose. I totally missed this, dude. My daughter time stamps it in the comments, goes, Mom, I'm dying. I'm like, click on it, and I'm like, oh my God, Holly, your meme's going to kill me. Your meme's going to kill me. I was like, thanks, so I appreciate that. I'm just going to fuck it. I'm going to leave it. It's still there.
It's okay, Pop. Okay, Izzy. Look, no. I redo my intro about once every 3 months, and I either pick a new theme song or re-edit the new stuff in. That's why you also see those bits from movies. It's because I need 3 minutes for the intro, but I don't have 3 minutes of intros from shows. So I got to work with what I got here. But I've got about 6 or 7 that I've got to add into the intro that I haven't gotten to yet.
Don't be punching walls.
Blue Unicorn is mountain fresh.
I love Blue Unicorn. I love that name. I love unicorns. I love it. I love it.
The issue I have with him is he's exhausting to talk to because of the third person referent.
Oh God.
Just so exhausting to read that stuff. I mean, I get it, and I can admire the commitment to a gimmick, but God, I love you to death.
I've been doing that too.
I look at it sometimes and I go, man, look, look, hey, no, he did a video. There's a video back a couple of months ago that he did, and it was some kind of a weird numerological thing where he took numerology and twisted it up with like other stuff so that it might have meant something, but I'm not 100% sure what. And so I sat there and watched it. When I got done, I was like, I kind of feel like you took my concept of numerology outside and curb stomped it like from American history. I don't feel like I understand any of that stuff anymore. I used to feel like I knew what was going on.
Oh my God, I hate to even admit it, I love that movie. Edward Norton has never looked so hot to me.
Dude,
and I just can't even.
You're evil, but beyond that. Or maybe
I'm not evil. It's that 6-pack. Shut up. I'm
not gonna lie. I might have slept with Ed Norton from American History.
That's what I fucking thought. Don't even.
Especially
don't fucking play with me like that.
Curb stock. I might be having to take some Ed Norton. If I had a choice between that and a curb stomp, you're damn right.
Yeah. Oh, any day of the week. And then I have a all of my friends give me hell over this one, but I don't give a damn. I am like in love with Billy Bob Thornton. I think he is so sexy. People are like, why? I'm like, I don't even know, but he better stay away from Asheville. And he was in Asheville about 2 or 3 years ago, but I couldn't get anywhere near the salvage station if I wanted to. That place was sold out because he has a band. Who would have thought? Angelina Jolie's so lucky and so stupid at the same time. I hate her. I used to love her, but now I hate her.
Hey, Snark, can you tell me what your avatar is? I can't tell what it is. It's got over here, it's got the YouTube button over it, and over here, it's
Bluetooth. And my Bluetooth's behaving well today.
It does seem to be doing pretty well.
I bet you if I hooked up my mic, it'd sound like shit. And normally, sometimes you'll see me looking like, I think the last couple of times I've had these, and they plug in, and then I have my mic, and I don't have my mic. I have my mic close by, but I don't have it out of the box.
All right, this is all absolutely fantastic, and I love it. And
it doesn't matter.
Wander off on your own and follow you through the fields frolicking together, but I do have a little bit on here. So let's move on.
I'm reading the chat too. Yeah, let's do that. Fully agree with you on that one.
So I got this video up over here. It's the spider and its prey, very first vid.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with my bit? What I do about the first vids?
No, let's go ahead.
You don't know? Oh,
no.
You gotta know. Don't lie to me.
I don't.
You know about cars? Yes. I'm a paleontologist. Oh, it's okay. There's dynamite in this bag too. I am a paleontologist. I'm a paleontologist. Paleontologists study really old stuff.
Like crackers.
Because bad movies are funny.
All right, so I'm a bit of a YouTube paleontologist, which means we go back, check out your very first video. So here's the question.
Mm-hmm.
When you started doing the whole YouTube thing, what was it that tipped you over from just commenting on some trash on YouTube versus actually getting in front of a camera to say some shit?
Oh, actually, notice when I first started doing my YouTube channel, I actually wasn't on in front of the camera a lot. I was doing a lot of art and painting. And what got me in front of the camera saying shit was the 2020. Right before it happened, there was like stuff that I kept hearing or seeing on the radio that was getting to me, and I was like, "That's it. I cannot keep my mouth shut. I already can't keep my mouth shut, but now I'm like, I publicly am not going to keep my fucking mouth shut. Excuse me, but I'm not. I just can't. I mean, the lack of critical thinking is just it's maddening, to say the least.
I think far too people, yeah, that's beautiful. I think far too many
that's
people.
That's one of my favorite things to do.
They're asking what the purpose of something is. They just accept that it's there and don't worry about why it's there. Like just pretty much anything you can think of, like a cell phone with all of its connectivity and everything. Do you use it more intelligent and more enlightened? No, we use it to bitch about things on the internet.
Mm-hmm. And look at stupid shit on TikTok.
I try to avoid TikTok. I got infected with brain
sure you did.
Before, and yeah, I was thinking I might become a Twitch thought instead.
I've never had TikTok. I do have a Twitch, but I have to hack back into it. The only reason I have a Twitch is because of my girl. I like to watch her when she's gaming.
All right. Well, I tried to do the whole the gaming thing. I'm just not that much of a gamer. Maybe if I had a really good game, I could sit around and play Minecraft for freaking ever, but I'm so weird about how I do things. There's no continuity to what I'm doing. I've got this plan in my head because I'm a construction worker. I've built houses and stuff. So this is all just blocks.
Everywhere, villages of random shit.
And I'll do some stuff over here, there's some stuff over here, there's some stuff over there, and it's all random as hell, or at least it looks random, except that I'm not doing anything that gets in the way of something I'm going to do later, right?
Yeah. There's a space in between. Yeah.
I'm leaving spots, and so it just looks wacky. And since it's
what's your favorite block to use when you're building in Minecraft? What's your favorite material?
Generally dirt.
Really? Have you ever used Obsidian?
Yeah, but no, I don't. I mean, don't
I
really
love
see.
using the Obsidian.
It's such a pain in the ass to get, you know. But anyway,
For the first 5 years of my son's life, and I'm trying to deter him from playing Gears of War when he was 3. Don't ask. But anyways, he's actually a very calm teenager considering he had mastered them by
Bill
5.
points out something interesting. There are too many NSA agents monitoring U.S. citizens and thus wasting our tax money on such treason. In a republic, the citizens are king and the government is to serve the public. And that is absolutely correct. But furthermore, there's an entire community of people on the internet that refer to themselves as targeted individuals. And in the late 90s, the CIA released some extensive documents. And I don't know if it was intentional or accidental or what, but coincidentally, in 1998, there were 12,700 individuals who called themselves targeted individuals online. There were literally 9,900 some change in people who were actually being used for targeted surveillance by CIA assets as training ops domestically.
They still are.
Speaking, yeah, I'm sure they still are, but technically speaking, what they were doing wasn't illegal because none of it would be used in a court of law ever, right? So it doesn't matter according to the way the law is written. It doesn't matter if you surveil citizens with no intent. If you can't use, I mean, it's all illegally obtained data. You can't use any of it in a court, but you can use it to build a case to get data that can be used in a court. So it's a real fudgy kind of environment. However, I found it funny that there was an almost 1-to-1 ratio. There was a few more crazy people out there who aren't being followed around, or at least not by American assets that believe they are. But how many of these people are crazy, and how many of them have just noted some aspect of some, op training that they just happen to be a part of? You never know. That's just like people saying smoking weed makes you paranoid. But no, there are 3-letter agencies whose entire purpose is to stop me from doing it. Me up if I do. That doesn't sound like paranoia to me.
Right.
That sounds legitimate worries.
Exactly. And that to me, I'm with you on that. People say I'm paranoid. I'm like, I happen to disagree because I happen to.
Welcome to the show, bud.
I know.
Ozymandias, Boa. Good to see you, bud. Welcome in. Okay, so you started speaking out on things that you found to be either erroneous or different from how you perceived them.
Yeah.
It was enough to tip. What's up, ATL? Good to see you, bud. It was enough to tip you over from merely commenting on videos to not only filming something and uploading it, but not only filming something, but also uploading it. Because I'll tell you the truth. I didn't upload my first video. I didn't upload my video.
Oh, no, I did. It's the one with the spot. I uploaded the very first video. Every video that I've uploaded is being in succession of something I've recorded. I even have shit that's like old that I still need to upload, but there was so much going on that I've uploaded the most important part. Like the spider thing is a 3-day issue where there was a weird clicking sound. I didn't know what the fuck it was. And I started trying to pinpoint where it was coming from. When I find it, it is a bug that is caught in a spider's web trying madly to escape. And it's clicking is the sound that I'm hearing. And I watched this spider literally come down, attack the bug, wrap it up a little bit, not fully, just a little bit, then retreat. Then when the thing starts clicking to get this spot, it was horrible. But I couldn't help but film it and upload it. That's the weirdo I am. But the spider thing is also a reoccurring issue that happens on my channel. I took it was on a Friday the 13th, like a year or two ago. I go to get in the shower, and 2 of those big garden spiders that we have down here are in the shower with me, refusing to leave. So I have to shower with them, and then I won't kill them. I get them out.
Spiders don't bother me.
I won't kill them.
Snakes don't bother me if I know where they are and what they're doing. As long as they're visible and I can see them, they don't really bother me. It's when one wanders off. Because yeah.
And turtles. My son has a turtle that likes to escape.
You want to hear my turtle story? I got a turtle story. All right.
Yeah.
Check this crap out. When I was a kid, we had an artesian well in the front yard, and after some with this basically a mud hole, right? A mud hole that never dried up. So after some work and some doing, we planted a willow tree, planted some flowers. We had a nice little garden out there with koi, right? It's fucking beautiful. It looked like the Garden of Eden, man. It was absolutely amazing. Okay. One summer, all of my koi are gone. And the freaking koi pond, which is usually crystal clear, looks like the cesspool at the bottom of the dungeon. It's filthy. This thing is nasty. Now, remember, this is not an artificial pond. There's no liner in this pond. It's just dirt down there, just clay. That's it, right? Okay. So every so often, I have to climb in there with a shovel and scrape the bottom out of it to get all the goobers out. And sometimes a little turtle again there might bite a couple of chunks out of some koi. We got to drain it down, pull all our koi out, and find the turtle and get him out. This time we had found no sign of a turtle. Typically there's a piece of a fish left somewhere. Nothing. All the koi are just gone. So I decide on a random Tuesday, all right, I'm going to go out and drain it. I've got it rigged up to do it pretty quick and easy. I do, done, right? It's flushing out like a ginormous toilet, sucking most of the mud out with it. And I'm standing in there hip deep in the water, sloshing that stuff around, making sure it stays nice and liquid and wash out. Right?
That's what's fun.
It gets sucked out all the way to the bottom. I get the bucket and dip out the last little bit of it, and it's starting to run back in and fill up. And I look over and I see the turtle. He's about yay big. And I reach out and I go to pick him up with my hand, with the palm of my hand, and my hand stops. I didn't stop it. I could not grab that turtle. It's shells right there, millimeters away from the tips of my fingers. Didn't touch it. Could not. It was like there was a force field around the damn thing. I pulled my hand. I looked at my hand and I shook it.
Like, come on, get that damn thing.
Grabbed that turtle and my hand stopped. The hair on the back stood up and I went, that's not right. My mom's walking by over here coming to check to see how much longer this is going to be before we can get some more fish. And I'm standing there shaking my hand again and she's like, what's up? And I said, you see that turtle? She goes, yeah. I said, I don't think that's a turtle. She says, what do you mean? And I took the flat bottom shovel and slid it under the edge of the little turtle, the little terrapin that I'd seen, and lifted it, and the whole side of the bank moved. It was a loggerhead snapping turtle. The son of a bitch, 15 fucking pounds. I shit you not.
You would have lost your fingers.
I'd have lost my hand. That thing's head
shit, bro.
Microphone. I shit you not. I'm talking chunks. It was, dude. I shit you. I walked on air. I picked my feet up out of that hole, spread out across, spider across the top of water. It was. I mean,
I don't play with them. I don't even.
Sitting in that hole, and what I thought was a turtle was his right front paw.
Oh my God.
What I reached out to grab. That's what I thought I was.
Thank God the force field was like, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Don't do it.
That was some serious deep down, like deep lizard brain protection. My ancestors said, no, you
was like, dude, you're going to lose your hand if you keep doing that.
You don't like reptiles.
No, I rescue the little bitty box ones. And if I see them in the road, I'll get out. I'll make my mom stop. I'll get out of the car and I'll move them out of the way. Or I'll take them back to my son's property and he'll let them loose at the lake. But he's got one of the yellow belly slider turtles that he's had since he was a baby. So that thing's like 17 now. And he had got out of his tank way early on before we realized what he was doing. And he was missing for like a week. Like we looked everywhere, couldn't find him. And we'd leave. I come home one day and he is sitting in front of my toilet. He was trying to get back to the water. I did not know how to handle this reptile in front. I could not go to the bathroom without having somebody go in there and look all around for like a month. I'm like, just go check. Just make sure, because I had iguanas, I had a gecko. You never know. I was like, just go make sure there's no reptiles in there.
Snapping turtles aren't terribly aggressive, and they're not horribly like.
No, but the loggerhead.
But they're not aggressive. The only time they really bite is if you corner them in a way that they can't get away.
Right.
So if they're in the water, they actually swim really, really well, like amazingly well for a large rock. You'd be amazed how quickly they swim away. If they're on land, they can actually skittle it on out at about 4 miles an hour, believe it or not. They're pretty quick on foot, believe it or not.
Wow.
So when this thing come out of the side of the bank, like I'm not even joking, there was a hunk of the bank that was just sitting on his shell. When he stood up and moved, it just came with
Just
him.
move. Oh God.
The whole thing. I had been leaning on that chunk of freaking chalk.
How many times? How many times did we do that too?
The whole time I was cleaning out the bottom of that thing, I would occasionally step up on it and stuff. I guarantee you, I put my foot.
You had to, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I wondered that how many times when we're like out in the woods, like me, I seldom have on water shoes because I'm a dummy. How many things have I stepped on and not even realized? Oh, I stepped on a snake, a water snake, and didn't get bit, or I stepped on a damn turtle.
Snake. I stepped flat in the middle of a snake, and let me tell you something. On an April morning, a rattlesnake feels like a dead animal. It almost feels wet when you step into it. But I stepped flat on the top of his head, and he wrapped it around my leg, and I lost my shit. I completely freaked out because I knew what it was the second my foot went into it because I heard it rattle.
Yep.
And I panicked, learned to fly. I levitated the fuck out of there like it was like, but you not. I took 3 full steps on air, got the fuck out of there.
I levitated him out of there. There was one too, like years ago. I'm walking through the woods, and if it's above my eye level, I'm 5'2". I don't see it. I'm not looking, especially if this hat is on. I really don't see it. The day I'm walking through the woods, I have this hat on. I'm walking through the woods. My buddy, he's like 6'5", something like that. Right when I get through this trail by the basketball court, he grabs me and jerks me back, and he goes, "Hey, dummy, look, this mother copperhead. She was pregnant. She was either pregnant or just ate something very big. I'm guessing she ate because she just curled up around a branch, just dangling over the trail, like could have fallen on me. Oh my God, I would have died. I was in such shock that we leave the trail and we're passing kids. I can't get the words out of my mouth to tell them, watch out for the snake. I'm just like, whoa, 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 and they start laughing at me and just like, what? I was like, tell them, he was like, they'll figure it out. It'll be all right. Calm down. I was like, but I couldn't even say anything. Like, it was so freaking big.
I'm going to require you to make longer videos.
What, me?
Yeah.
Why?
It played through all of them I had set up for you.
Okay, no, there are longer ones. Longer ones.
I was fiddling through, and I chose these because they're
some of my art ones. That one right there, I made that one yesterday.
Yeah, that was your most recent upload.
Yeah, that was my most recent.
It's your recent upload, your most popular upload, unless like something else catches my eye in particular. And then
one of my most popular is going to be a short, probably.
Yeah, I've been trying to kind of stay away from shorts because there's not enough there to make any part of an episode at all.
It's not. I have a couple of them. One of them is it's just ridiculously hilarious, and I'm embarrassed of it, but I'm standing my ground on that. I feel the way I feel about that for a reason. And I swear if I ever run into that man in person, he's going to get it from me. I got timed out by Rex over at Leak Project. Well, it wasn't Rex. It was Purple Sparkle Felicity. I like to create digital artwork too. That's another thing I like to do. Is create digital artwork as well.
Why is nothing working?
I wonder why.
Working? That's working. Is this working? That's working. Okay, everything's working. It's just me. This just isn't working.
Is it operator error?
Probably operator headspace error. I hate those.
ATL, quit playing. You know you're a narcissist.
You know what I saw? I saw a woman driving today, ATL. You should be yourself.
You should feel so damn privileged and proud and blessed, Sasquatch, because
the
damn audacity of that woman.
According to ATL, they're not even supposed to do that, man.
She should not be driving around and escorted by another man.
Do I call you atypical or Addy Pickle? Because I don't know which way you want to go with it. I'm gonna call you atypical because it's easier to say than Addy Pickle, which is just feels bad.
When I seen it, the first time I seen it, I called it Addy Pickle. But then I was like, wait, that's atypical. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it Addy Pickle.
Addy Pickle?
Yeah, I'm going to call it Addy Pickle.
Addy Pickle.
Either way.
Whichever, whatever. I mean, I'm not picky. I'll call you whatever you want to be called, just not late for supper. That's the way that goes.
Yeah. And I generally answer to anything but my name most of the time.
These are some of my favorite bits when you forget that you're live streaming and you start messing with your phone or whatever. And it looks like you're casting a spell.
I did not even realize sometimes that I was doing stuff like that. And then I'll go back later and I'm like, Emma, like, what are you doing? And then I'm sitting there thinking, well, clearly I don't remember doing that. So it must have been one of my other personalities. And that's just where I'll leave it.
80? Okay.
I was like, just call you 80. Were you? I'm guessing you were born in 80 then?
Hey there, pretty little girl with your long blonde curls.
80's decade was the best decade ever.
I don't know, man. Yep. The booties didn't exist in the 80s. There was too much cocaine running around and too many crackheads. Dude, that shit was a war zone in New York City. Have you ever seen Juice or New Jack City? Come on, man.
I don't think so.
Hell no. Dude.
I don't think so. I liked The Wood. That was the one I watched. I didn't see New Jack City. I didn't see that. I seen the what's the one with freaking Eddie Murphy in it, with the kids in the beginning at the yelling at the Chinese chick, "Bitch, I want my motherfucking money back. I gave you $20 motherfucking dollars, homegirl." That one. Where's that from? What is that movie? Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights. I love Harlem Nights. That is.
I think that's it. Yeah. I gave you $20 motherfucking dollars. No. You only gave me $5. No, I ain't finna sit here and argue with your sad ass face, homegirl. This is America. I was like, oh my God.
And there are a lot of excellent Harlem Nights scenes, and I'm not calling this the best scene, but it's the one that tickles me the most often, right? That I just think of out of the blue. But there's this bit where the whole gangster crew is standing there with Tommy guns spraying at this dude, right? And homie's over there behind the bar or whatever, hiding. And they're all like, bah, 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 bah. And then they stop and he yells some shit. And after he yells some shit, the homie with the pistol goes, blam, blam. And they're like, brrr, blam, blam. Brrr, blam, blam. Will you stop it with that little shit? We got a 38 over there with a bunch of guys with 40.
Blam, blam.
But it comes to mind when I'm sitting there talking to somebody who has a bit of wit within someone who doesn't. And you've got the guy with wit that's sitting there spitting freaking stuff constantly that's funny and it's up to date and it's relevant and all that stuff. And this other dude who's like, yeah, what he said.
Oh, God.
Blam, blam.
Blam. Yeah, what he said. That's too funny, though. No, the other day, it's got to be the hardest question I think you've ever posed to anyone ever in their life. It was just so hard.
You talking about David?
Yes.
I kind of
the self-control though that even I had to not butt in. I was like, I'm just gonna wait and see how fucking epically hilarious this one plays out.
No. I understood he couldn't answer that.
I thought he really could. I thought he was gonna at least attempt to bring somewhat of an answer that at some point I could maybe find a reason for him giving that was excusable.
He could have said, me, you, listening, or Ted Turner, and I would have accepted all of those.
Yeah.
But the question I asked him, he was talking about how if it's not true, if it's harmful disinformation, it should be removed from the internet. And I said, who gets to determine what is true? And he's like, well, when you're trying to determine what's truth, I said, no, sir, I'm not asking about the mechanism. I want to know who that cocksucker's name is. I want his fucking email address. I want to directly send my information to him rather than mucking around and all this weirdness. We can just go talk to the guy who decides that it's true.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, what you have to do is you have to get a consensus view. I said, no, we're not talking about these different people. I want to talk to the one cracker out there. You know, it's an old white guy who decides what is and is not true. What's his name? Where is he?
He could have said Rockefeller, and that would have been an acceptable answer.
Any number of smart-ass remarks would have worked, but his response was to scream, shut up, you ignorant motherfucker.
And I was like,
Well, it took me a minute to realize that he was actually cussing at me.
did you see, dude?
Did you see it popped up? Gotcha. And I wanted to do the Chris, the Dave Chappelle. Gotcha, bitch.
I was just sat there and I was like, okay, I know he's not, he already shushed you. I was like, surely he realizes that we've all visibly reacted to that alone. But no, I was like, this mug is so damn drunk, he don't even know. And Rich was like, oh God, it's about to happen. He done just Papa Squatch. And then I heard motherfucker, and that was it. I was like, nah, bro, you out of line. You got to get the fuck out of here. You are not.
My man just don't have an answer.
You were so calm. You just was like, I said, I'm out, and turned around like, fuck that nigga. I ain't even dealing with him. I was like, damn.
Rich is going to kick you out now. And I turned and went back to playing Minecraft. Because that's the thing. I think that's what unnerved him. The whole way through all of that, I was playing Minecraft in the background. I was just talking like normal. And then he said something obscenely dense. It's not allowed on the internet unless it's true. And I paused Minecraft, turned and stared straight at him and was like, all right, man, I got to ask you. Only question I have. If they won't let it on the internet unless it's true, who?
Hunter Biden's laptop.
29, baby. Good to see you. Welcome to the show, bud. We got to re-up on your show, dude. We never got a chance to do it. We had some scheduling conflicts on that, and then you blew up and got all bigger than me and stuff.
Who's that?
Belt Loop 29. You ain't been over there. You need to go check him out.
No, I have not. I guess he blew up so damn quick that I didn't even get a chance to jump on that one. But I see the Batman logo, so I know I'm already down with that. So.
Yeah, no, Belt Loop 29 helps all kinds of people do all kinds of stuff. I don't even know where to get started on what he does. I mean, you can go over there and meet people that might come and watch your channel. You can go over there and might get your channel link dropped. You can go over there and just meet some folks that are real cool, or maybe find some channels you like to watch. I mean, there's a lot going on over there.
Yeah. I could. I was, you know me. I'm a stalker. As soon as I'll be stalking you on demand. As soon as that. And I see that I'm subscribed to people that you're already subscribed to. So that's cool.
I'm Sasquatch. I lurk everywhere.
Oh, I do too. You just may never know it's me that's lurking. It could be one of my other personalities. You never know.
He just broke 2K. He just hit 2,000 subs. Like, I don't know, probably an hour and a half ago, maybe.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
Time I looked, it was like 1990 something.
Yeah, we're at 2K.
Yep, that's fixing to happen.
Yep, 2K and 994 videos.
I want to bring up George Washington Carver for a second because I'm allergic to
peanuts. Please do.
Everything that man did is various parts of ruining my life.
Get him, God.
Yeah, no, I feel for Scully, dude. There ain't nothing really we could do for him except sit around and wait patiently for him to get his gumption back. You know, when you lose people, it fucking hurts, and it hurts bad. There ain't nothing to fix it. There's nothing anyone can do to help you except wait patiently and be there if you need it. That's it. That's all you can. Yeah, no.
Are we talking about Scully?
Belt Loop did this series of shorts where it was speaking Southern or something like that. It's explaining these words like you eat it, you want to, come get it, right? These kind of things that are Southern isms.
Yeah, Southern tale. Yeah, oh yeah. Like when we say fixing to, I'm about to run up yonder to the store and get something to drink.
On my way.
I'm on my way. On my way.
Right. It's one word. What's funny is I got a buddy who writes like that.
Like somebody was making fun of me the other day for I'ma. I'ma means I'm about to get up and whoop your ass. I'ma is short for I'm about to.
Right.
That really pissed me off. Thought I was in education. What is I'ma? I'm like, this hurricane, I'm about to get up and whoop your ass.
Ona.
Ona, my sister's name is Leona.
Oh, yeah. Ona is, I am going to. Ona.
Yeah.
I'll go over there and get some. Let me tell you. Get around there and poke in the chamber. Wop.
Yeah. I don't understand what's so hard about our language, because even when I play it in slow, it still sounds fast as shit.
What's up, Keeper? Good to see you, baby. Welcome to the show. Glad to see you.
And like, that's crazy. I do. My heart does go out to Scully. Like, I just read about that this morning too.
We had just kind of gotten together on a little bit of an idea about doing not Alice in Wonderland, but
because they're doing Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, they've already cast for Alice in Wonderland and everything. Well, that ship has sailed. I was not in the mental state to be able to do any of that. I couldn't have promised anywhere at any given time. I just wasn't up to it. I was having migraines and shit. Freaking sinuses are going slam to hell in a bucket. It's terrible.
Yeah. Get off the dope. I'm just kidding.
Oh, it's just Jordan.
Shake that, but quit shaking that bottle there, buddy.
Shabri, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Good to
see you. Oh my God, Sherry, where the hell have you been, you beautiful bitch? I've missed you. It's so good to see you here.
Well, I just had to get out the foothills of the mountains. That's all, man.
Yeah. She's the one that absolutely devastated me last year. So I'm sitting here having a wonderful day, minding my own business. I get this email, and I look, and it says, the guy's phone's been destroyed. I was like, this bitch lying. She got me lying. I flip on the TV, and I'm like, oh God. No. I was devastated. But she has told me about some really cool places, and she's actually rather close to me. We got to link up sometime. I got an insider into the Biltmore house, and guess what I'm doing next week?
Getting arrested?
No, I hope not. Surely hope not. If I could say, I know I'm going to the Italian. They have an Italian Renaissance thing they're fixing to start up there. Yeah. And I got invited.
Yeah, bud. Eat it down. After the show, all right. So we're gonna do this thing we got going on here. We got about another 15 minutes of it, and after that, I'm gonna drop the link, and most anyone that wants to come up can come up. Previous guests are preferred. And the topic's going to shift. I've got a video set up, and I don't know if you'll enjoy it or not. It could be seen as offensive by some people, but it cleared YouTube censors twice. So we're going to roll with it, because there's certain ideas in this world that I don't like. I come from a concept of meritocracy. I believe the best individuals will serve the best needs, right? Mm-hmm. By nature of being better, they do better, and it does no good to drag other people down like crabs in a bucket. That is not how the human race excels.
Exactly. Like when women tear one another down, like there ain't no point in that. There really isn't.
There is a point, but does not serve a greater interest. The point,
there's a way to go about it and not tear them down, but to build them up.
About it, no good comes from it. It's just the crab instinct of, if you're doing better than me, YouTubers do it too, and it's a really weird thing. If you're doing better than me, then I must be less than you. But I don't see it that way at all. When let's take Truth Be Told. When I hooked up with Truth Be Told, he had just really gotten into uploading videos. He had been caught watching for maybe 6 months already, but he hadn't uploaded anything. And he uploads a video. I find it. And I'm like, hey, dude, come talk to me. We can work this out. You figure out how to get your stuff edited and uploaded easier. And he was like, okay. And we talked about it backstage and we did a little show. And I just started my channel. It was horrible. There was no good part of it. It was just an absolutely terrible show. The sound was trash. There was no format to speak of. The shit was just thrown randomly up on the screen. It made no sense. I had an almost 2-minute intro for the paleontology bit. It was all horrible, but it was hilarious. The whole thing was hilarious because it was so very bad. It was like a 12-year-old project. I'm not even joking. Anyway, he stuffs through the whole thing, comes back the next week because he had so much fun and learned so much that he came back to come be like, okay, so I figured this part out. How do I do this part? Okay, all you got to do is go in and, change that. Oh, you're using the wrong format or whatever, right? Got all that straightened out. Homie went from like 215 subscribers to 14,000.
Whoa, wow.
Doing it
exactly. You know how long I've had my channel?
It was fucking beautiful, dude. I watched him sit down and literally slowly put together all 4 of the points that I'd given him. I was like, all you need is a decent this, a good straight shot of this, and this. You can get rid of all the rest of it and just upload those bits and they'll go huge. But then you connect it through links to the full video so that when people say, well, you just cherry pick what you want out of the video. Well, the link's right there, big dog. Go for it. He's like, that's genius, man. No, that's YouTube. That's how it actually works. That's not anything special. Right? That's just the gears of the system. So when you have another auditor there, you use their on YouTube to link their viewers to your viewers. And he sat for about 10 seconds and went, that's why you interview other channels. And I went, every single channel I interview adds me to their search algorithm. And it's not spurious. It's not just that I'm randomly attaching myself to a random channel or some big channel trying to get views. I've literally interacted with every single one of these people. Mm-hmm. And you're all flaky. Not quite, man.
No, I generally I love the interaction that I have with my subscribers alone, but like being able to interact with other creators and their subscribers, whether we agree on things or we disagree on things. But I have a thing hanging up on my wall over here that I bought when me and my buddy had first gotten together, and it's 2 grumpy old men sitting on a park bench. One of them is kind of confused, like he's on there said why his buddy's so pissed off, and the comment is, if both of you always agree, one of you is unnecessary.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, look, Baby Nuts is in the house. Hey, dear. How you doing?
Good to see you, bud. Welcome to the show. Kat is here.
Kat. Oh, my God. I feel privileged.
I'm actually Kat, so. My gear has not, and I shouldn't say this right now because we're only halfway through, but my gear hadn't twitched even once, and I've been doing all of this stuff. So I actually kind of want to
toot your horn.
I was thinking about adding a sound deck to all of this, but after this most recent glitch, I don't know if I need to add anything else to it. I kind of feel like I might be riding the ragged edge of it already. Mm-hmm.
I like the way you do that. Your whole show, your whole setup, and all of that. Like everything I've done on my channel too, from the start, has been completely self-taught. For a while, I just would upload from my phone straight to YouTube what I could. Then I found out about editing apps. Then I had to self-teach everything within the editing app. I had to teach myself. Then I purchased stuff in the app so that I could do more stuff and shit like that. And then it wasn't until this year that I got a microphone. And then like a year and a half ago is when I got the ring light.
All right, bud.
I have another microphone.
Coming by, man. I mean, you ain't got to stay and watch all of us jabber. I mean, hell, I'm not that interesting.
Hell, we're not even that good looking compared to you, dear. With your little baby face.
Right.
I know. Shadow, he's always shaved and clean and just so prim and proper. He's just so adorable. I love giving him shit because he's younger.
Because let me tell you how I ended up with this beard.
Beards are epic.
If you can grow a beard, but I always had one of those Joe Dirt beards. It always grew in all white and trashy like that. I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. I know this sounds weird. So when I was about 37, 36, I decided to get off of every drug known to man. And I did it by basically locking myself in a bedroom and not
For about
life. 3 weeks.
Mhm.
In truth, about 2 months. But after 3 weeks, I started poking my head out occasionally. And I took a shower. And I
you
realized,
have to get. I was going to say shower and pee.
right. And I didn't have any of my shaving implementations in the actual bathroom. So I had to go and get all new shaving stuff. When I came back, my wife looked at me and she went, you don't have to shave that if you don't want to. And I was like, am I just ugly and you don't want to see my face no more? She's like, no, it's kind of sort of distinguished. You have nice colors. And I was like, whatever. Okay. And I just kind of trimmed it up a little bit. But I've never had a beard, so I don't know how to trim a beard. I have no clue how any of that's done.
Oh, wow.
Sober Squatch, right? Hell, it was a year and a half before I took my first drink after deciding all of that. When I went sober, I went dead stone cold sober. I went sober as a judge, like cold turkey, hardcore. I mean, seizures and everything, the whole nine.
Oh, yeah, that's tough. I've not had that coming off of when I have detox.
Look,
The worst
Joe, the show, Bo. To see you. You know Joe's Secret Garden?
I think I've heard of him only briefly.
Dude be growing that mad fire. Like he be sitting in his little grow tent smoking his grow out. Like he be putting layers of THC on the outside of his grow because he be in the tent with it, like streaming. Fucking amazing. Bongs up.
Joe's Secret Garden. Yeah, I'm catching up all that shit. Mine's about, there's like a second or two delay. I love everybody's. I thought Mandatory Carey was in here.
Yeah. I like him. A lot of people try to say he's abrasive or something, and sure, whatever.
I've been called abrasive too, bro. No shit. I've also been told I was a banshee. I was like, yes, suck my balls. I'm small. I have to be loud.
Here's the thing, though. If you think Mandatory Carey is abrasive, you really need to get your little butt hurt checked. You put some ointment on that thing or something.
No, I don't think he's abrasive. It takes a lot for me to call someone abrasive.
Well, I will admit that he said like the 6 verboten words on live on my channel, but it was my very first stream. And
what were those words?
Not saying them live. I had like 7 freaking subscribers or something, and I was trying to figure out how to do the live stream with StreamYard and OBS. And in the process, I had accidentally gone live with StreamYard while trying to figure out my OBS. And so I wasn't looking at StreamYard at all for like 30 minutes. We had been sitting there talking shit straight out, like totally candid. God knows what's in that bit. For almost an hour, when I reached over and was like, okay, we're going to go live. And I clicked the button that I thought went live and it wasn't. It told me that it wouldn't, but I looked over and it said I was live. And I was like, okay, we're live. But right before this, I was like, we're fixing to go live. And he says, okay, let me go ahead and get this out of my system. Florin, filth. All right, let's go. And I clicked it and was like, we might have already been live. And he was like, what? I'm not sure, but I think we've been live for like 30 minutes at this point. He's like, oh shit. I was like, oh no.
Uh-oh. My bad.
Private, delete, excommunicate. It's inevitable.
It happens sometimes.
If you're going to be doing any amount of streaming, and I'm a very, very, very careful individual, and if you go look, there are mistakes.
Well, you would be able to tell, but I went back recently and found a few of them myself, and those are no longer available unless you got the link because they're private. They're private or they've been taken down altogether.
Right.
And I still have 420 something videos.
for the most part, I private most of these live streams for Sasquatch Shills. Later, this episode, this part will be uploaded and this part will be available. And the rest after this is only available to people who know how to go about finding it. And I'll straight tell you how to do it. It's not even hard. This stream will be made unlisted, which means you only get to it with a direct link from someone who has it. She has shared this stream to her community tab, which means in a year you will be able to go back and find this community tab with this full live stream available and get the back end of it. But because it's unlisted, I think I can still use it for remixes. That's why sometimes you find remixes that you cannot find on my channel. It's because if you think for a minute and go, well, who is he interviewing, and go to their channel and check their community page, you'll usually find the original stream somewhere back there in the backlog. Kerry tried. He didn't try to, but he made a damn good effort at burning my channel down before it ever got started. It could have happened because he did the thing that they don't want you to do. He said the things, all of the things at once.
Why? Why did he not want?
We didn't know. What's up?
Okay. So will they just automatically take your channel down?
Yeah, no, Beltloop was here a little while ago. I think he dipped out a few minutes ago, but he was here for a minute. Although I don't know how that works. Shouldn't y'all be able to like walk around the house and find him?
What's up, AJot?
That's American Jot. That's former AJot.
AJot, get him, girl, get him.
Get him. Yeah.
Has anyone seen Gary? What do you mean, Gary? Is he like? Oh, he was here earlier.
Here a little while ago. Yeah.
He was here earlier.
Jot. Thank you. All right. You know what you've done?
What?
You've done a show.
I've done a whole show.
You done a whole show?
I did a whole show.
We got this one last thing we got to do, and then we're gonna pop right back in. So I want you to tell everybody what you're all about and what you like doing.
I just love being a lurker. I stalk other. I'm kind of like him, but I just don't interview people as much. I do art, and I'm very belligerent and speak the truth out in public a lot. I have no filter whatsoever. I'm pretty much the world's most inappropriate grandmother.
Fair.
But I love everybody.
Magnificent. All right, I'm gonna set you backstage right quick, have a little chit chat with them, do a little musical number over here, and
I'm gonna listen back, go potty, and I'll be back.
I'll get right with you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of Sasquatch Shills, not the end of the stream. We'll be back together with everybody after a very few minutes, but I just want everyone to remember that I love each and every one of you like a brother and a sister, but if y'all give me any trouble tonight, I'll run every damn one of y'all off this mountain. Now I got to figure out which outro to use. We're going to go with the new outro.
Sorry. Good news, though. We're going to have to move the party somewhere a little bit more private, but you're all invited. Lorenzo will give you the details. Yeah!
Hey, she was a cutie in a sundress. I told her I just had to confess. I got a crush on you, darling. Them long tan legs got me falling.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
We found a map to Candy Mountain. Candy Mountain, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie. We're going to Candy Mountain. Come with us, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie. It'll be an adventure. We're going on an adventure, Charlie.
Yeah, Candy Mountain, right. I'm just gonna, go back to sleep now.
No, Charlie. You have to come with us to Candy Mountain.